I'm Coach Ofori Asare, the coach of the national boxing team as the Black Bombers.
And Coach, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I started as a boxer. I've been a boxer, both amateur and professional. And then after stopping boxing, I developed the interest of coaching. Even during my boxing time, I had an interest in my coach, Ofori Asare, helped me a lot. And I've been to several coaching courses, and I've been able to reach the highest level in coaching as a 3-star coach, as well as holding a coach's diploma in boxing. I've achieved a lot. I've won several medals at the ECOWAS level, African level, as well as Commonwealth level. In terms of medals, numerous medals, I cannot give all, but I think I've trained a lot of boxers, or maybe most of the boxers. I can say 99% of the boxers we have passed through my hands. Buko, Banku, all of them, I trained them in the national team, as well as Rimona, a whole lot of them. Most of our present champions that you are seeing around all passed through my hands at amateur level before they were able to get that level and then become champions at the professional level. I've even trained Joseph Agboko, the world champion, from infant to elite. Even recently, I helped him a lot before he won his last world title. I was his coach.
Okay. Well, Coach, what has been your experience like, when handling these various national teams?
Well, it's a very difficult sport, and I know it is very difficult sport, but I took the challenge because I see myself as the most presently educated coach around boxing, and I know that it's my responsibility to lift up the level of boxing. It's not going to be easy because I was alone, and what I mean by I was alone is that it is difficult to get somebody even closer who understands certain things and then who can even cope with me. There are some I'm trying to help, maybe in future take over from me, but it's not being an easy thing at all, because IBA level coaching, keep on, now boxing is becoming more scientific, and you cannot just coach like a former. Presently, you need to go through the coaching courses from level to level, and then you level in a star 1, 2, 3, which I am already there, and I have also gone through coaches instructors course. So I'm a trainer of trainers as well, not but at the IBA level, that is international amateur boxing level. I am one of the only 4 instructors that Africa has as at now, and I wanted the opportunity even to help a lot of coaches also to reach that level, but how to organize or how to work together is a difficult situation, and I'm finding it very difficult even to develop boxing as I wanted to, because of the helping hands.
Okay. Well, Coach, you obviously touched on a very sensitive issue, the development process, helping coaches, to get where they are and everything. People see boxing, our team, the Black Bombers, on the world stage and always wonder, how do you select these boys? How do you groom them to get onto the world stage?
It is very difficult, as I said, because formally, at the time that I was boxing, I saw a series of competitions being done. We have an individual championship, we have a national individual championship, as I wanted to say, and then national sports festival, as well as salsa games, a whole lot of competitions. But those things are no more there. Most of the times, the excuse is no money to organize competition. So you have to when there was one tournament, maybe for the whole, maybe sometimes even 2 years or maybe 1 year, when you had a boxers, you select them and you groom them with time, and it's not easy at all. The difficult aspect of it is that you train them, and when they reach the level, then the professional agents will just load them to the professional. And it has been like my job has been a repetition. I can say the boys that I groom for the Olympic Games, I only have one. Every competition that we go, as African Games, Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games, at the end of the competition, you lose all the boxes and you have to start afresh. And when you start afresh, you are coming to boxers who are more experienced, who has been exposed. For instance, the team that we brought to the Commonwealth Games, I groomed them from the ECOWAS Games, because I know definitely that after the Olympic Games, some of the boxers may move to profession. And truly, after the Olympic Games, they left. And these boxers, I brought some of them to the Commonwealth Games. They met with boxers who have been to these competitions 2-3 times, and they've been consistent in international competitions. Boxers that I brought to this competition are boxers who have never fought for 3 years, 2 years, not in any competition. And I've been able to train them, and we're able even to win a lot of fights, and even got ourselves some medal to Ghana. So it's not easy when you look at it from another level. You think that, oh, we didn't do well. But we come down, what kind of materials did we use? How did we prepare them? And when did we start preparing them? And which boxers do they met at the competitions? What kind of advantage did they get? There are so many things. For instance, draws can put a boxer into a very advantageous position, and sometimes disadvantage. You meet the host nation, the Europeans, which is very difficult to beat them because they have all the officialdom at their side. For instance, when you go through the officials of this competition, you never have one from Ghana. And it's serious, because if you don't have anybody in there, who do you think will talk for you? Because at the end, some of the officials there, the referee judges, the technical officials who organize the competition, will not organize the competition for you, who has nobody in there, just to come and pick all the medals and go. They will try to, as a human institution, they will try to do so many things to compensate themselves. And out of that, sometimes you look at some of the competition and you doubt how the decision goes to other way. And I'm aware of it, and I know very well that it has been a big problem for Ghana, because if we think we only train boxers and then we bring them to competition and then everything will be smooth, it's not going to be easy. We need to train boxers and train officials as well. We need referee judges, we need referees, we need technical men, those who play part in the organizing competition. That's why you can also organize some competitions in your country in the level that will help you to develop your boxers. If you don't have the organization even level, even when you organize competition in your own country, you will not be able to put up the standard that is needed, and you bring up boxers or officials who don't have any level, and these officials are going to officiate your country tournaments, and then you bring your boxers to the level to meet the well qualified level, and everything will change. For instance, coming to this competition, we've never fought without head guard before. We only train with it because we didn't get the chance to go to any of the competitions since they changed the head guard process. So we have to train like that and come to the competition. We had the chance even to train a little bit because of the effort of the Ghana Olympic Committee and the let me say ministries as well, for bringing us to Scotland in time. We were in South Asia in time to prepare a little bit. You see, but people have already started this competition some years back without head guard, and we are not exposed to it. Even the scoring system here is not the same that we are using in Ghana now. So even the boxers, they are fighting in a way that they just learn. Because I have to work very hard to put them into that situation. But it is not easy. I have to work and prepare them, and then at the same time tune them into the scoring system. Because if you don't understand the scoring system, you fight like the old scoring system. We have to bring them. So I was even very happy that they won a lot of fights. At the previous Commonwealth Games, we came here, and sometimes I remember the Cuban coach brought them. I wasn't around, and they also won bronze, but they won only 2 fights. But in this competition, even though we won bronze, we won 6 fights, which is a plus that they can win international fight now. So if they have a very good draw, why can't they go into why can't we win medals? Since they can win international competition now, like previously they go and all of them just lose their first fight. At this time, some of them get into the second, third fights. Okay. And sometimes you go to competition and your first fight, when you win, you get medal. So if we happen to get a good draw, even all of them can even get medal. But the problem was that they have to fight 2-3 times before they get to the even quarterfinals. And it's very serious that that's why I said I'm very happy that they won some fight. It means that we have a future.
What is the difference? I mean, you've obviously given us your history with the national team. You were here in South Asia earlier on, as you mentioned, for the pre-games, and you've been to the games yourself. So in summary, what has been the difference with regards to your preparation for the games this time around compared to the other ones?
Well, you see that this time we had advantage of acclimatization, their medication, and then nutrition were taken care of because we were outside, and the Ghana Olympic Committee hired people to do that work, and that one also has an impact on them. So in the previous competitions, sometimes we even come from the home to the competition straight, and you don't even go to camp. You don't even go to camp. And this competition, even though we didn't have competition upon competitions like the previous, some of the past boxers who won medals, what helps them is they had, some of them are exposed to many competitions. For instance, when you compare the team that went to the Indian and the team that came here, they are not the same. The team that went to India are far experienced than the team that came here, but they all achieve similar, and even this team achieved better than them because there were a lot of Olympians in the past games in terms of Manuel Planch, Ahmed Saraku, and them, a lot of them in that team. And the number they brought was 9, but this number was only 7. So, but we achieved even better than that team, comparing about the number of fights we won as well as the medal. Our medal winner fought 3 times, but that medal winner fought only once. And a lot of boxers won some fight, but they didn't have good draw, and that because of that they couldn't win a medal. And also some of them lost to the champions of the competition. You see, I was the runners-up of the competition as well. So you see that they have the capability now, but so many things didn't support them. But another competition, if we keep this team and then we continue preparing them, we can get somewhere. The Rome was not built a day. You need time to develop these boxers. They are young. The average age is about 20, 21, and they are serious. The determination and everything is excellent. And you could wonder, some of our boxer, fighting boxer who has been to the Commonwealth Games 2-3 times, and he has never even traveled for the past 3 years. He has never been to any competition. He was able to win some fights and even lost. None of them lost badly. When you watch the fight, you realize that sometimes even you cannot understand why they lost the fight, because it was split decision, and sometimes too out of some small mistakes, and then which with time they will be able to understand and encourage themselves.
Somebody said that you won a 4th place medal.
Sometimes it's strange when people couldn't even come down to understand the game that they report about. For instance, there's nothing like 4th bronze in boxing. With boxing, the competition at the semi-finals, we have 4 boxers at the semi-finals, and the winners go for finals, and the losers win bronze.
2 bronze medals.
2 bronze medals. So each of the 2 losers at the semi-finals had bronze, and nobody is 4th to anybody. They are all 3rd place. It's not 4th. So it is 3rd place. That is the rules of boxing. And when you do the ranking, they put them together as 3rd place. So there's nothing like 4th bronze. There's nothing like 4th bronze. So I'm surprised when I heard that news about 4th bronze.
So, Coach, going forward, Rio is around the corner. What are your plans?
My plans, I think, the level that I've reached so far, I still I'm determined a way that I'll be able to help my country. And for instance, I realized that it's difficult to look for coaches who are well exposed. So I even, for now, some of the boxers that I'm training now, I'm trying as an instructor, trying to teach them as well as coaches. And I'm thinking that in the future, it will be good for some of these boxers to be taken into international coaching courses. And I'm trying to groom them before that thing happens. You can, when you educate your coaches, when you take people to learn coaching outside, then you have a future. It is similar to educate the woman and educate the nation. Because if you educate a coach, you educate our nation boxing level. But if you bring in coaches from somewhere, they will train the boxers, and then at the end of their contract, they go back. But if you train coaches, they will be here, and then they will continue training boxers throughout. So to be able to develop our boxing as it is now, because we've learned this thing for a long time. Formerly, I was here. I work as an assistant coach in many expatriate coaches, and I learned a lot from them. But they all left. And for now, I'm trying to help some of the coaches also to come to that level. If I'm able to achieve that, or if the nation put in its effort by sending coaches outside to learn, then we may have coaches at my status in all the regions, all over the place, and then our boxing will grow. But if we think that we can just bring somebody to train boxers, it will not help us. It is an opinion that somebody may think, but if that person is no more there, you realize that he has done nothing. It's very good to train coaches, take coaches to international coaching courses, bring instructors from outside to come and train the coaches here if it will cost by sending them out. Bring in more instructors, or make a program that will train coaches all over the place. Then you are developing your boxing. And then also build the structures, like the gyms for competitions, camping to be able to keep boxers and then prepare them. Put in even our doctors, our journalism, and everybody need to the sports that you report. You need to learn that sport by participating in some of the courses, so that you will understand. Even you can measure when there is an improvement, or when a boxer, because sometimes when a boxer, it's not always that when a boxer goes to a competition and he win medal before you can say he has done well. Sometimes you look at his performance in the ring, the number of fights that he won, and all those things. Because sometimes a boxer may not get a medal, but he may have more number of wins, which is better than even the boxer who won a medal. And that boxer may have a future than the boxer who even won a medal.
Okay.
You see? So these things, all these things need to be analyzed well. And all the people who have a very good heart and they wanted to help boxing to grow should analyze things very well and know the approach. Because if you approach it in the right way, it will help the whole boxing to generate the way it's supposed to be. But if you approach it in the wrong way, you will even hurt people, and the people will not even get a chance even to contribute anymore. And it will rather put us down into the tunnel. It's a very serious issue.
Coach, thank you. Thank you very much for this interview. I'm very sure as we prepare to go back to Ghana, we'll continue with this conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.